Hi, welcome back to Cheyenne, Wyoming Urban Gardener. This is Debbie. I just added 7 more containers to our little container part of our garden. And we've got our super sauce tomatoes sitting out here as well. I had in a previous video said I don't know if I'm going to have any super sauce tomatoes left just because of how bad they acclimated. But it looks like we do have a couple that are going to pull out of their situation and maybe make it. So I put them over here in the sun today. I'm going to slide them over in the shade because we're actually going to be gone to a hospital for most of the day. We have a friend who is suffering from Hodgkin's lymphoma, and he's in the last stages. So we're going to go and see him and maybe hang out in Denver for a little bit or wherever we end up. We're going to Colorado Springs to see him. Anyway, we got these little containers all fixed up. And again, this is Garden Zone 5A, 5B in Cheyenne, Wyoming. We had a pack of eggplants that I had picked up, as well as a pack of Lemon Boy tomatoes, which I have not done before. So I'm going to go ahead and get those planted, which I have. And we put 3 in. These containers are actually a little strange. They're 1 square foot and I think 18 inches or so with each container. So I'm put 3 tomatoes in the larger ones and 2 tomatoes in the smaller ones, and the same thing with the eggplants. I basically put 2 per container. We ended up with 8 eggplants because it was a 6-pack, and there was a couple in a couple of cells. So we got those separated and we put them into here. Now these guys will get massive amounts of sun pretty much all day long, so they should really enjoy that. My grandson's little containers back here also get sun all day long as well, and they were struggling a little bit at the beginning, but once they took off, they really took off. So they're really enjoying being out here in the sun. And I've got some coleus over here that I don't think is quite enjoying being in the sun. So I'm going to get that guy moved a little bit. I've only got a couple of them left. I think they keep dying off because of the sun. So we're going to go ahead and get these over into some partial shade. This gets sun later on in the day, but it stays pretty much partial shade most of the time. So we'll get that over there. We have planted a lot more in our flower beds. These are the rose beds. We've got a climbing rose, a white rose, a red rose, and a peach rose. And the new climbing rose is going to be pink, a very deep pink color. So we got some flowers in here planted. We've gotten some spinach planted, and we're still doing a couple more things in here. We've got some cucumbers all around our rose bushes. But there's a few more things I want to get planted in here. I'm just trying to see how much of the rose bushes are still alive and how much that I need to trim out, because they are going to need trimmed. We did not get the old canes out, so that is one of the things you do when you prune roses, is to take the old canes out, let the new ones come on. But there was a couple of the canes that were new last season, so I've noticed those are getting leaves on them, but the rest of it is not, so we'll need to trim those out. But there's a whole lot more to do out here, but I just wanted to show everybody the new containers that we added. That's 7 new containers, and then we've got a container that matches those with some dahlias in it. So should be quite a good bunch of stuff there that we will be able to enjoy when it's harvest season. And those, again, are Lemon Boy tomatoes and eggplants. These are Black Beauty eggplants. We ended up with 8 eggplants and 7 tomato plants. So we actually had a double in one cell of the tomato plants. So that is it for today. Everything is looking fantastic. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification bell for notices on new videos as they come out, because this garden is going to be changing all the time. We're adding more things. We are removing things that didn't work, or just adding to it. Mostly adding. There's very little that we've actually taken out, except for an area where the morning glories were. But we have added more flowers than we ever have before, and there's still more flowers for me to plant. We have gotten everything that's been started from seed planted, but there's so much more to do. And we're going to start even more seeds directly in ground. And we still have this section right here to plant. It's very shaded here, so I'm not real sure what I'm going to plant in here. We've done some red curry squash successfully in here, and we have had eggplants in here before, and they've been quite successful. That's where we had our eggplants last season. But I decided this season I'm going to give them a lot more sun and see how much bigger we can get these guys to go. So anyway, we look forward to seeing you in the next one. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. We'll see you in the next video.